All right, shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off first and foremost by giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Nuchachodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, the great millstone who rule and teach well. Peace, love, and salutations to the men out there pushing his word in truth and sincerity. And this video is inspired by, just being at work. Because we live in a society that never ever sleeps. Okay, there's always noise when we go to camp. We go on our day to day. It's just a noisy, offensive place. Babylon the Great is. All right. And in the kingdom of heaven, there's not going to be any noise because the Lord is going to remove all of this nonsense. The earth was created to be a peaceful and tranquil place. And the ones that are in rulership have turned this place into a wilderness of noise. All right. And it's not supposed to be that way. There's no rest. There's no safety. There's no peace under this man's rulership. All right. And we're gonna get this we're gonna start off with Job. With Job 9:24. And it's a scripture that we bring out all the time, but it's always relevant because of the current status of the world. It says, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces thereof. If not, where and who is he? And the wicked that are on the earth is Esau, Edom, and they're the ones that cover the true judges, which is the Israelites. But because this devil is in rulership, the world is in chaos. The world is full of noise. The world is not tranquil. It's not a peaceful and calm place to live under the rulership of this devil. Okay? And we yearn for the time where this devil will be taken out and the earth can be returned back to its former state where it was a tranquil and peaceful place, a place for you to be able to raise your children and relax and just chill out. Okay? So I'm going to grab another quick scripture. I'm going to go to Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter. It says, this is Habakkuk 2:3. It says, for the vision is yet appointed for a time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Behold, his soul, this is talking about the so-called white man. It says, behold, his soul is lifted up, that is his soul which is lifted up in Salakia. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. And an upright soul has no peace within it. A soul that is not upright does not have any peace in it. And that's Esau, Edom. Esau, Edom doesn't have any peace within him. So that's why he cannot create peace. He's a man of war, okay? And not like the Most High, who's a balanced power. This is an unbalanced man, okay? And he's an unbalanced man of war. So the world is going to be in a perpetual state of noise consistently, gunshots, cars, and we're just going to play some of that real quick. And this is what we hear every day, and it's really irksome, that every single day this is what you have to listen to. You can't sit back and just observe the breeze blowing. You can't just watch the trees move back and forth as the wind blows. You can't observe the crispness of the air, the freshness of the air, because the air is so polluted. You can't really enjoy water because the water that is here on this planet is tainted with pollution. We really don't even know what real food is because we don't know what it is that we're eating. They say it may be one thing, but it could be another. And Esau has been proven to lie about this stuff. But here you go. So I'm just going to play a little bit of this. this is I believe this is a New York City Times Square, but this is it. This is the way it is in every city you go to. It's this way where I'm from in Atlanta, and I've been to other cities like Memphis. I've been to Florida, Tampa Bay area. I've been to Chicago. I've been to Detroit. I've been to California. And every city you go to, it's the same thing. It's just a whole bunch of noise. In Atlanta, every week when we do camp on the main strip, there's always this little car that comes past, this pedal bike car, or whatever you want to call it. And there's always a whole bunch of crazy women on there making noise and blowing their horns and all that stuff every single week. Then we go to Memphis, to that camp, and guess what? They got the same thing going on. So it just goes to show that it's not, it's the man who's in rulership. Okay. And what the Lord offers us is peace and tranquility. All right. Continue on in this Habakkuk. It says, because he transgresseth by wine, his philosophies are not upright. He's not upright, so how can he give an upright philosophy? His philosophies aren't going to give you any peace. They're not going to create any truth for you. Okay? Because they're all based and rooted in falsehood and fallacy. All right? And it says, he's a proud man, need to keep it at home. He's everywhere. He's all over the world spreading his nonsense, making every place an unpeaceful place to work, to live. There was a time where people used to be out farming, and on a hot day when they were farming, when a cool breeze came, they would stop and stand up just to observe the breeze, because the breeze was just wonderful. We don't do that today. We observe smog coming out of the exhaust pipe of a car. All right. It says, who enlarges his desire as hell. This damn devil, every place he touches becomes a hellish condition. All right. And using his deceit, he makes you believe that the way that things are the way that it should be. And it's not. It's not. This earth wasn't meant to be this way. This is why this devil must get out of power, because if he stays in power, everything will be destroyed. Everything. There'll be nothing left. He'll destroy everything. And it says, who enlarges his desire as hell and is as death. There's no peace in him. It's only conflict. Okay? It's only conflict. And it says, and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Okay, you see this? So this is the so-called white man. This is his legacy. All right. And why would you want to stay in a place like this? Here it is. I'm going to start at Habakkuk 2 and 12. It says, woe to him that buildeth a town with blood. And that's how this entire world was built, through Esau Edom, with blood. Not just America, all across the world, because he causes wars everywhere. And establish a city with iniquity. Behold, is it not of the Lord of hosts that the people shall labor in the very fire, and the people shall weary themselves for very vanity? You see that? And that's all a part of this noise that's happening in Babylon the Great. All a part of this noise. All right? People worrying themselves with stupid vanity, things that they don't need. Instagram, IG, Facebook, especially these women out here. And men too, because they're trying to get these women, all right, trying to take on positions and do things that you shouldn't do in life just so you can get some type of notoriety, for vain vanity. It says, for the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord as the waters cover the sea. You see that? So we're coming into a time where all of this stuff is about to come to an end. And I'm going to go here to Isaiah, because this is a future prophecy. We're going to start off at Isaiah 14:3, and it says, "And it shall come to pass in that day, the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow." You see that? So who's going to give us rest? It's going to be the Lord. The Lord is going to give us rest from our sorrows, because this place is filled with sorrows, man. Babylon the Great. Babylon the Great and the rest of the world is filled with sorrows. Look at what's happening in Africa right now. Look at what's happening in the rest of the world. You know, this place is filled with sorrow. All right. And the only one that can give us rest is Yahweh is Yahweh through his son, Yahweh Shai. Okay. That's it. And it says, "And from thy fear," the Lord he's going to remove our fear, "and from the hard bondage where thou was made to serve," because this is a hard bondage, man. Regardless if you're getting your back cracked with a whip, or if you have a mental slavery like we do right now, it's very grievous, man, because we have to live in a world where everything is controlled by the so-called white man and everything is out of order. All right. It says, thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon. Right? Can't wait for this particular prophecy to come to pass. And say, "How have the oppressors ceased? The golden city ceased." You know? Because you ate up all of the substance of the world and the Lord put you down. This is how. It says, verse 5, it says, "The Lord have broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers." And that staff and that scepter represents power. And the Lord is going to break it. He's going to snap that thing, okay, and take away their power seat. And it says, he who smote the people in a continual wrath, in a continual stroke. You see that? He never stops. He continuously caused drama. That's why when we brought on Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, where it says he's a proud man, neither keepeth at home. He's always in everybody else's business, trying to dictate what they do in their land. Okay? And he rules the nation in anger. He doesn't rule them in righteousness. He rules them in wickedness. You're going to do what I say, or that's it. Okay? You're not teaching them the ways of uprightness. You're teaching them the ways of death. And that's why we go back into Habakkuk. It says, enlarges his borders as death, roughly paraphrasing, as hell, and is as death. You see? And it says, he who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruleth the nation in anger, is persecuted, and none hindereth. The whole world is at rest and is quiet. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine just quiet? You know, just peace and quiet. It's hard to imagine in this world where there's so much noise consistently. Okay? I'm going to read that part again, because that's the part that, you know, is very vexing. It's when you got to work every single day. There's never any peace. You're always subject to payments. You know, when you go out to work or you go out in your day to day, you got to see these people that are just through and finished. You know, the LGBTQ, the alphabet group. Then you see these effeminate men, emotional men, masculine women. You know, and it's just vexing. Everything is out of order. Okay, so I'm going to read that again. It says, the whole earth is at rest. Everything is going to be put in order. When everything is in order, it's at rest. Okay, as a matter of fact, let's look up that word rest real quick, just so we can get. It says rest, to settle, to rest, to settle down and remain, to respond, to repose, have rest, be quiet, to cause, to rest, give rest, to make quiet, to cause, to rest, to cause, to alight, set down, to lay down or set down, deposit, let lie, peace, okay? To let it remain, leave, to leave, depart from, abandon, permit. So basically what I take out of it is peace, man. finally going to be in a position to where we have peace, to where we can rest. All right. And it says, verse of Isaiah 14:7, it says, the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Like, wow, this is over with. Let's break into singing and give praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. We finally don't have to deal with this no more. We can rest from a day to day. We don't have to be up on the grind. We don't have to be up trying to make money to pay bills. We don't have to worry about our children anymore. We don't have to worry about our next meal. Okay? We don't have to worry about those things. We don't have to worry about somebody trying to take our land. We don't have to worry about war with our neighbors and the other nations. We won't have to worry about any of those things anymore. Okay? That's going to be a joyous thing. So, of course, we're going to sing and give praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. It says, verse 14, it says, yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no fell hath come against us. And those trees, they're literal trees, but they're also representative of the other nations, man. That now that this devil has been laid down, no one's come to cut them down and steal their land. Okay? It says, hail from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy cometh. It stirred up the dead, even all the chief ones of the earth. It has raised up from their thorns all the kings of the nations. Okay? Because you devil ass, man, it's stirring up everything, man. You are as death. Okay? Trying to make beef with all of the chief ones. Verse 10, it says, and they that speak and say unto thee, art thou also become as weak as we? Art thou become likened unto us? You see that? Because the Lord's going to bring these devils down to a base position, back to their original position that they're supposed to be in, beneath everyone. They were always the lowest of the low. Okay? And the Lord gave the earth to the bases of men. That's why we brought out in Job, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Because the Lord is the one that did this. It says that prompt is brought down to the grave, to a hellish condition. The noise of thy vows, the noise. Okay? The worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. You see that? The worms cover thee, man. It's going to be quiet here. No more Edomites. No more running around making all this damn noise. Finally going to be able to have some rest and peace. It says, for thou hast said in thy heart, this is verse 12, it says, how art thou cut down from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did as weak as the nations? It's not talking about no damn, no demon. This is talking about a man, and we have Luciferians on the left-hand side. They say that they're Luciferians, right? They say that we represent Lucifer. All right? It says, for thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven, and I will exalt my throne above the stars of Yahweh, and I will sit upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. And that's talking about the Israelites. You wonder why all this stuff is going on with Israel right now, how Israel is being targeted for a certain jab, right? Well, there's a reason because of that. And it's because he wants to be the ruler over Israel. He wants to be the one that controls God's people, man. And it says, and I will send to the heavens. I will send above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. But no, you won't. Because yet, verse 15, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to a hellish condition, to the sides of the pit. And they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake nations, that made the world a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of the prisoners? You see that? So, hey, the Lord is going to bring you down, and the rest of the world is going to see it, and the rest of the world is going to say, hey, what happened, E? I thought you was the man with the plan, you know? But you're going to be on the bottom, and everybody going to get their lick in, but not like Israel, man. All right? and the world will finally be quiet. There'll be no more noise. All right, so with that, I pray this is an edifying lesson. I'm going to end it off by giving all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem L'Kach Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, and Shalom.